In response to our recent Torque News story titled, "My customer traded a Honda Pilot for a Tesla Model 3 and now wants to return it because of Tesla's high insurance and charger is $5,000, a reader named Scott shared his personal experience with Tesla ownership, and it offers a compelling counterpoint. I will have both links in the description of this video, friends, so you can see. Please check them out. So while the original article highlighted a case of buyer's remorse due to unexpected insurance premiums for Tesla and home charging installation costs, Scott's comment paints a much more optimistic and informed picture of what it's like to live with and upgrade Tesla. Welcome back, everyone. This is Armin Harayan from TalkNews.com. So Scott owned a 2022 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive with an LFP battery and put it through the paces with multiple state road trips, all without a single problem. I mean, he drove through several states, like I said, all without a single problem. His real-world ownership experience, comparison between Tesla Model years, smart buying strategy, and practical EV ownership tips provide valuable insight for everyone considering an electric vehicle, especially a Tesla. So see what happens when he sees a 2024 Tesla Model 3. In a full detailed comment, Scott says it's, which I would like you to read also about his ownership experience and Tesla's new upgrades, and simply he want advice from someone. If you want advice from someone who lived through this experience, both as first-time EV owner and now a repeated Tesla buyer. So Scott says, I owned a 2022 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive with an LFP battery pack, which offered a 272 miles of range, EPA estimated. That's the range. It was a great car and trouble-free for 3 years. With this car, I took several multiple state road trips without a problem. Now the later model Teslas, beyond 2022, later model Teslas have the software and hardware to accept CCS chargers with a CCS to Tesla adapter. It gives you access to virtually all charging stations, Tesla and CCS, used by the other manufacturers. As good as the 2022 Model 3 was, I really like the 2024 Model 3 upgrades, Scott says. He says the 2024 Tesla Model 3 upgrades offered better suspension for smoother, more luxurious ride, dual pane side glass, and other upgrades designed for a quieter riding experiences, including heated and cooled front seats, and Tesla upgraded the entire interior. 8-inch rear monitor provides access to rear occupant heating and cooling and access to movie and game experiments. The exterior styling was upgraded as well. And he says, one test drive and I was sold out. As you can see, Scott described 8 upgrades from 2002 to 2024 Model 3. And he says, I purchased Tesla inventory Model 3 last November when the company had vehicles with discounts from MSRP. It seemed like a good time to upgrade. And he says, when you are serious about buying a Tesla, I recommend shopping Tesla's inventory. Why? He says, check into available state and local utility company electric vehicle incentives along with federal incentives. Make sure you take advantage of Tesla's referral incentives. You will need a Tesla owner's referral code. Remember about that. And it says currently it's $1,000 on Model 3 to the buyer and $500 to the code holder. If you have a trade-in, Scott says, I recommend shopping for your vehicle online. I sold my 2022 Model 3 to Carvana. They paid me close to $3,000 more than Tesla offered. I thought this was a very interesting point. That's why I made this as a title of this video report. So he says he took it to Tesla, and apparently Tesla offered the price, and then he took it to Carvana, which paid $3,000 more for his 2022 Tesla than Tesla offered. The process was very fast and easy. He says you can obviously get more by selling your car yourself if you are willing to take the risk of selling to someone you don't know. But he had a very good experience selling to Carvana, and he says there are a lot of scam artists out there, so be careful when you're trying to sell your car yourself. And he says, it's my opinion that electric vehicles are great choice if you have a place to park and charge conveniently. This is very important, friends, because a lot of people go and buy electric vehicle, they rely on fast chargers, and that degrades the battery apparently very quickly, or they have difficulties finding a place charging their car, or standing in lines when people are trying to charge their cars. But if you can find and charge your car conveniently, then it's good idea to buy a Tesla or electric vehicles for yourself. Having a level 2 charging station in your garage is the best and most convenient, I think. And Scott also says plan on spending from somewhere from $1,500 to $2,000 all in. The next option would be a portable charger. These can be stored in the car and used whenever and wherever needed. The final option is the level 3 high-speed charger. These are more expensive and least convenient. They are also harder on the battery pack, according to some battery specialists. Personally, I don't recommend an electric vehicle right now if you must depend on commercial level 3 chargers, Scott said, because although they're level 3, they're very fast is not very good for your battery, and also sometimes the speed is not as it's written. So while Scott's story is one of the smart timing and a smooth transition, not every Tesla experience, friends, unfolds that way. It's important to know about that. Some Tesla owners have found themselves regretting a purchasing made at the peak of Tesla's hype, especially when depreciation and battery degradation enter the picture, because those things happen, right? And but others are very happy, like Scott. So look, electric vehicles, like any big shift in how we move, aren't for everyone. If you live in an apartment with no access to charging, or if you're not ready for the upfront costs of installation, then yeah, it's going to be a frustrating experience. But Scott's story shows us what's possible when you combine common sense, timing, and little research for yourself. Now, it's also a reminder that no one can work for every lifestyle, and that's okay, friends. But what isn't okay is when new buyer jump in without knowing what they're getting into, especially with all the incentives and tools available to make a smart purchase. I mean, you can do your research. There are lots of tools available for that. There's a lot of incentives you can use, and then make a smart purchase that fits your lifestyle. And so in the end, Tesla may not be the most affordable brand on the market, but Scott proves it can be the most value-packed if you play your cards right. So if you're thinking about buying an electric vehicle, especially a Tesla, don't just drive one. Read up, run the numbers, learn from people like Scott. That's how you go from overwhelmed to empowered, friends. And hey, maybe even save yourself $3,000 along the way, like Scott did. So let me know your thoughts. What have you learned buying a Tesla or buying another electric vehicles? What is your regret, or what is that you think you made the right choice? Have you considered upgrading your electric vehicle or trading one? What was your experience like? Did you find a better deal through Tesla or third-party buyer like Carvana? Also, how do you handle EV charging for your electric home, fast chargers, or do you charge at home, like I said, or rely on public stations? Friends, please share your experience in the advice for our community members who will watch this video with us in the comment section below, and also check out the links that I will put in the description of this video so you can see other experiences as well. This is Armen Haria from TorqueNews.com. Visit us at TorqueNews.com for daily interesting stories like this. God bless you, everyone, and I'll see you soon in our next story. And give us thumbs up if you like this report. See you soon.